Hello, you're going to talk about the impacts of consumers in your environments. For that, we interviewed some people and asked their opinion about it. Here are on interviews.
Teacher, how do you see the impacts of consumerism in the environment?
I realize that the more society consumes irresponsibly, the more environmental problems we have. Like plastics, microplastics have already been found in our blood, causing a very negative impact on the environment.
Do you consider yourself a consumerist person?
No more.
Do you feel the need to change your cell phone every year?
No.
I'm going to ask her some questions. Isabella, how do you see the impacts of consumerism on the environment?
I think that if you consume too much, it will harm the environment. For example, I don't use much, like everything I have, and doesn't serve me anymore. I donate or find another use, not polluting the environment.
So, I think you've already answered the second question. Do you consider yourself a consumerist person?
No.
And now the last one. Do you feel the need to change your cell phone every year? For example,
No, I have my cell phone for like 7 years.
Thank you, Belinha.
Manu, what's your opinion about the impacts of consumerism on the environment?
Well, they are serious. Do you wanna know more?
Yeah, go on. What's your opinion?
I think people are consuming a lot of stuff and destroying a lot of products, throwing a lot of stuff when we could reuse it.
Do you consider yourself a consumerist person?
Me? To be honest, yes.
So you have, for example, the necessity of changing your phone every year?
No. I don't see that as a necessity. The device lasts a long time. Like, I have this cell phone since 2015 to this day.
So, in what aspects do you consider yourself a consumerist person?
Food. In food. I like a lot of that. Pizza, esfirra. Good food, obviously. I'm a consumerist person. Also in clothes, shoes. I consume a lot of those.
Okay, thank you.
What do you think are the impacts of consumerism in the environment?
It's really important to understand that the more the consumerism increases, the more negative impacts it brings. We know that this brings several environmental impacts, such as the pollution of rivers, several dumps. Products have less and less quality and shorter lifespan, causing them to break faster, making it easy to discard and buy a new one, not caring about the impacts.
Okay, so do you consider yourself a consumerist?
Of course not. I, for example, wear clothes until they no longer fit. We know that we usually buy clothes to be elegant or beautiful, but there's a way to switch looks, which is something that I do.
Do you feel the need to change your cell phone every year?
No, certainly not. If your cell phone's good, you don't need to change it. Like if you had any problems or if you need another cell phone for work, that's fine.
I'm here with my friend Iago and I'm gonna ask him, what is your opinion about the impacts of consumerism? Dude, to be honest, it's all a lie. The press created it. Climate change doesn't exist and the world will only evolve when Bolsonaro gets re-elected. Do you consider yourself a consumerist person? Absolutely not.
Do you change your phone every year?
I think it's important. The world updates and the cell phone also do.
What's your opinion about the impacts of consumerism?
Consumers people always want more and more and more, which makes them throw their old products in the environment, polluting it more.
Do you consider yourself a consumerist person?
It depends on what. Like with things about school, not at all. But with accessories like rings, I'm a very consumerist person.
Do you have, for example, the necessity of changing your phone every year?
With technology stuff, no, because I'm not very well informed about those type of things, but with other stuff, maybe.
Okay, thank you.
Consumerism has a big impact on the planet that we live in. Here are some impacts of it in our environment. Number one, exploitation of our resources. Every project requires a certain amount of resources to be extracted from nature to be created, whether it's water, wood, metal, plastic, oil, or any other kind. As consumerism increases, the amount of resources needed also increases. But certain means of extracting can really do wrong in our environment. It can totally reshape the landscape, destroy entire habitats of animals and entire ecosystems. It also leads to pollution and climate change. Number two, it can create waste. Disposable objects can also cause serious problems. Consumerism constantly drives people to buy more and newer objects, making those same people throw out their old stuff, creating a massive influx of trash and waste. The same waste ends up in nature or, for example, at the ocean, harming the wildlife.
Quem escalou, escalou, quem não escalou, não escala mais.